Okay, so it's been a while since the last video that I made. The last video I made was me discussing the Nintendo Switch 2, which I was expecting to see a little bit of views here, but it surprisingly went pretty well for my standards, considering how it's been a while since I made a video before that update. So thanks everyone for watching that. Now, to go ahead with this video, I apologize in advance for taking so long. You see, I wanted to have this video out by last week, but I got a little bit of a cold, probably because due to the change of seasons. But regardless, I'm here right now. I have this video right here. So yeah, let's discuss the Switch 2 pre-orders. Now, okay, going off the bat, it was awful. Like waiting at midnight at the 24th of April, because beforehand, Switch 2 pre-orders were supposed to start up back in April 9th, just a couple of days after the Switch 2 was revealed back in April 2nd. Obviously, because of the whole tariffs thing, I'm not going to discuss politics here on this channel, but obviously because of tariffs, it got delayed. And it got delayed to the 24th. We got information on a Saturday, I believe, or Friday. I'm not sure. I think it was like Good Friday when it got revealed, but yeah, it was coming back on the 24th, and we were able to pre-order the damn thing. The issue was, and honestly, it's something that I really should have saw up from a while away, but it was an utter mess. You had Best Buy going crazy. They didn't even have pre-orders ready until 12:30ish, which was definitely not what they said. They were supposed to have it up at literally 12:01. Target didn't even have a queue open up. They just decided to let first come first serve, I guess. And Walmart, I heard some slightly positive things, but considering how Walmart always likes to cancel orders after you pre-order them or even buy them, because I had a terrible experience one time. I just don't trust them. But I heard that people were having a better time at Walmart, at least. I normally go with Best Buy, and honestly, whenever I order like a high demand product, whether it be like the Switch OLED at the time or a PS5 getting into restocks, I normally would have a pretty easy time. But this one was the first time I genuinely felt like not betrayed, because that'd be a little dramatic, but rather like it just didn't go to my expectations, I guess. So this is something that I didn't actually think would happen. So the next day, GameStop was supposed to do their pre-orders, and they had two options: whether you buy it online, which was definitely gonna be a-okay, or you would go to the actual store of your local Best Buy and you just do your pre-orders right there. Obviously, I saw a lot of GameStops online. They had like signs in their front doors be like, "Oh, we have this amount of Switches, we have this amount of bundles, whatnot." Mine's is not exactly on its own. Mine's is located in a mall. So I didn't really get to see anyone tweet out, or there wasn't any pictures of the quantities that they were having. So I just had to go to my store that day and hope for the best. To my surprise, by the time I got there around 7, they had about 45 non-bundles and 75 Mario Kart World bundles. So yeah, I was number 4 on the line. There was like 3 other people in front of me, which were pretty cool. It's not every day we actually meet cool people on like your lines and whatnot. Normally they're kind of quiet, but like I had a good time talking with them. Like 7 o'clock just quickly went to 11 o'clock like it was nothing. But I had a pretty damn easy time going in stores and just simply pre-ordering what I got. I got the bundle alongside the Pro Controller, alongside a free screen protector with warranty. Because I like getting free screen protectors. So it better be glass. But anyway, yeah. So this made me think to myself, I honestly think we need in-store pre-orders again, like for these high-demand products. Like I said, Best Buy was just complete utter garbage. Target, yeah, didn't even have a queue, and it was just a mess. It generally was a mess. It was the whole PS5 Series X situation again, which is obvious because high demand product, haha. But the one thing that really bothers me is that Nintendo even said themselves like, we have a lot of quantities. We're gonna make sure this doesn't happen, unlike those other stuff. And then literally on the day of pre-orders in Japan, I'm pretty sure one of the Switch 2 hardware people, they were like, "Oh, we didn't expect that many people to come for that thing." All right, buddy. First off, do you even know how popular your own brand is? but I digress. So yeah, in all seriousness, it was a mess. I had a pretty miserable time on the first day, and then by the second day, all my worries, all my bitterness went away just like that. And now I'm just simply now the hardest part is just waiting for the damn thing to come out. It's we're almost a month, because by the time of recording this, we're entering May. So yeah, shortly after it'll be a month of waiting. So the wait won't be that long, but goddamn, it will be long for me because freaking, I got all these things under my pocket, and I'm gonna be thinking about that thing all the time. But it's good that I at least got it out of my system, because the last thing I expected in my life was to just keep going on my phone searching for God knows who to tweet out when restocks are happening. It hasn't been. It's been a good while since I've seen any restock tweets at all, but yeah, that just goes to show how freaking high demand this thing is. Now, will I think it'd be as good as the Switch 1? Who knows? But considering how out of stock it is right now, I can only see this as a positive thing going on. But in other news, I really don't think that I'm gonna be buying any other accessories because beforehand of the tariffs, we were told that prices may change, and we did get those changes, but nothing with the console itself. It's just the accessories. So like the Switch 2 camera, the Joy-Cons, Pro Controller, and all these other stuff, they're getting a price bump. Just thinking about the fact that I have to eventually pay $100 for Joy-Cons is pretty crazy, but yeah, that won't be for a good while. Switch 2 editions of Switch Ports games, I'm not sure I'm going to be going for. I think I'll just go for Mario Party and then call it a day. Oh, obviously Prime 4, because, that's a necessity. It doesn't even matter if it's $100. I'll still buy that thing anyway. But the one thing that I genuinely do not care about is getting the camera whatnot, because like I said back in the opinions of the Switch 2, I'm just gonna be using Discord. Like I applaud Nintendo for coming up with a cool thing like game chat, but it's not for me. And I'm not. It's something that's not going to make me want to consider subscribing. I'm going to be subscribing for other stuff, just not for game chat. Will I use it as like a joke thing, maybe like a first time thing? Yeah, sure, why not? But I won't personally be seeing myself do any game chat stuff with friends. Me personally, but yeah. Going back to the pre-orders, yeah, I honestly, it was a pretty miserable time in terms of online. I'm sick of always having to be stressed out because, like I said, it took me 3 hours in the queue line at Best Buy. Like, I had 3 monitors up because I have 3 monitors at home, all with the website of Best Buy. My account signed in plus my phone, so I had 4 Switch bundles queued up in line, and not a single one took me to checkout. Meanwhile, I was seeing so many other fellow mutuals, so many other people that I follow, and I was searching up people too. Like they were just able to get that with ease on Best Buy. And I'm just like, I'm still in the line, 3 hours in the line, and all those 3 hours went to waste as all of them just sold out. I tried everything, the bundles, the non-bundles, the bundles that came with other games, the bundles that came with a micro SD card, just all this other garbage that probably would have costed me 1K, but it just did not. It refused to just take me to checkout, and that's what pissed me off. And you know what the sad part is, with Prime 4 coming out, I have a damn feeling that they might do a Switch 2 version of a console, like the Prime 4 edition of the Switch 2, or maybe the OLED. Which, please God, please just let it be the OLED, man. I don't want to buy another Switch 2 at any time at all. I'll just stick with one, and that's it. But going back to the GameStop pre-order, I honestly think we need to go back and do the in-store pre-orders again, because I think it'll benefit a lot of people. We can not have to wait at freaking midnight to just wait in line for hours when we could just be sleeping and losing little nights of sleep, and it just be easier for everyone. It honestly kind of restored my faith in GameStop a little bit, because before all this I just kind of avoided GameStop. It just not a really good place to buy games, for my personal opinions and my experiences at GameStop. There's a lot of stuff that just doesn't make me think of GameStop anymore. But honestly, these pre-orders made me have a lot of good faith in GameStop, and at least they were the one place that was actually doing the pre-orders good. Like, yeah, I heard that their online site was the same as everyone else. Like, it was completely like garbage. Like the site was crashing and whatnot. It makes me just wonder, like, why wasn't everyone going in stock, like in stores, to like the pre-order this damn thing? But I digress. If anything, I'm just glad that I got my Switch, and I'm gonna be happily waiting to play freaking $80 Mario Kart because I'm just excited to be a Nintendo fan again. Not to say that I'm not anymore. It's just it's been kind of quiet for me with Nintendo. Like it's like I haven't really played their games in a good while, and with this, I'm really hoping that the Switch 2 will make the Nintendo fan in me resurge. Because man, I'm really excited for that Mario Kart, and I definitely want to give that new Donkey Kong game a try. But with that, I pretty much have nothing else more to say. Just good luck to anyone that wants to buy a Switch 2, or if they haven't already. And for those of you that already bought a Switch 2, I'm glad you guys did. You guys came out of the war fine. But let me know what you guys' experience were. Did you have to wait that long in line like I did? Did you get it at the last minute? Were you able to snag it within like 5 seconds of you just being in line? Because that definitely happened with me with the OLED Switch when that was coming out. But I guess my luck does not come back for the Switch 2. This has been Beaster Galaxy signing off. Have a good one, everyone.